Hi ITZY Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, or welcome to the channel if you are new here, because this is kind of a new group. We are checking out a ITZY Guide 2024. I have done one ITZY song on this channel, yes, Snowy, and that's been pretty much it. But people have been asking me a lot in the last little bit to come back to ITZY and like properly get introduced to them and check out their stuff, so I'm doing that. I'm keeping my promise. So I thought that we would go into a guide because I do really like to kind of know the faces of a group. It's easier for me to kind of like, I don't know, take in their music if I know who I'm looking at least a little bit. Like if I could at least have like a name to a face, it just kind of gives me a bit of an anchor while I'm going through their music, especially with like music videos, and there's so much visuals going on that I like to kind of have a name and a face that I can kind of anchor me within those stories and all the visuals going on. So I thought that I would check out a guide first. And this is one that has not been sent to me. I have decided on this on my own. So that being said, I understand that that is me kind of going into something blind and not really having a good vetting for it. However, this is the most recent one. It's 2024. And I scrolled down through the comments and just kind of like briefly looked over it to make sure that there wasn't anything that was like glaringly wrong in this that would be putting me in the wrong direction. That being said, there is a pinned comment that there are a couple of little corrections in it. One is like their debut date is like a day off. Another is like the number of views for, I think, their debut music video or whatever, like the first music video that came out for them is also a little bit off. And there's like other like kind of little things, but it's nothing that seems like too big and glaring. And I really appreciate that this person who made this video not only put in all the work to put this together, but also has that comment that is acknowledging that there are like a few little things that they noticed afterwards. So I have those in mind. I've read the comments, so if that comes up, know that I'm aware of that. But also, this is the beginning of the journey. This is not the end. So if there's anything in this that I don't have like the full context for, or I need to learn a little bit more of, or needs to be kind of corrected, let me know down in the comments. Like, give me all the information. Let me know where I can go to learn some more about their personalities and their music and how the group has come together. Again, this is the beginning. I'm not gonna just take what information is here and not explore any further. I'm going to continue to learn about this group as I dive more into their music and their personalities, but I wanted to give myself like a little bit of an overview of them. I say that this is an hour-long video, and knowing me, we're gonna be here a minute, so get a drink, get a snack, settle in, because we're gonna be here for a while. But that's okay. I'm excited to fully at least get an intro into what this group really is, opposed to like the one song that I've actually checked out. I'm excited for this. I'm so excited to get into like a new group, even though I know it's like a little bit intimidating. It's gonna be a lot of information, but I'm excited.
Little disclaimers before I begin this video.
Okay, robot
First,
voice.
English is not my first language,
Sure.
so I want to apologize in advance for any grammar mistakes I may have made.
That's cool.
Second, this video contains many snippets of live performances, songs, variety shows, etc.
Sure.
If you want to avoid spoilers, you may want to skip this guide and come back after getting caught up with ITZY's contents.
I understand that there's going to be some stuff in this that's spoiled for me, but thank you for the context for that, or warning it for that. Ooh, that was a cool shot. Good link up with the sound and the visuals there.
ITZY is a 5-member South Korean girl group formed by JYP Entertainment.
Sure.
The group consists of Yeji.
Yes. I know some
Leah.
of this, because we did check out a song.
Ryujin.
And I know some other people who are kind of like other idols that are kind of like friends with
Chaeryeong.
members.
And Yuna.
If you're wondering, I'm not paying attention to the name pronunciations because it's a
Before we
robot
begin
voice,
our
and I
detailed
just assume that the
exploration of
pronunciation's a
each
little
member,
off.
Let's take a moment to introduce ITZY as a group.
Cute.
ITZY debuted on February 11th.
Okay, see that? I know they said that it was actually like February 12th, I think. Maybe like their first song kind of like got released 11th, but 12th was the actual like debut day.
2019 with the single album It's Different. Here's all of their Korean title tracks in chronological order as of now.
Let's go. I've definitely heard little clips of some of their songs. Yeah, like I've heard this snippet before. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I've heard part of this too. This is a song a lot of people wanted me to check out. Ooh, cool mirror
ITZY
effect.
is known for their self-love and girl crush concepts, but most people would agree that ITZY is also a group that is very versatile and likes to try out many different genres and concepts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when they said girl crush, I'm like, really? I wasn't really getting that. I mean, I know that girl group, they can kind of like go back and forth between something that's like more cutesy and kind of like a darker concept, but like they seemed a little bit, I wouldn't say like a dark concept or like an edgy concept, but they seemed like at least leaning towards that. I wouldn't have said girl crush, but again, I am new here, so noted. Ooh.
This makes even more sense when you learn that ITZY means to have in Korean, and in other words, you can find everything you want in them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They introduce
Okay.
themselves with the chant "All in Us," further strengthening this idea.
That's cool.
All-in-us, hi, we are ITZY. All-in-us, 안녕하세요, ITZY입니다.
You can also get to know each member personally through their music with the solo songs they composed and wrote themselves for
Oh.
their EP Born to Be.
So we have
These
solo
5
stuff.
solo songs are very different from one another,
Fun.
allowing the girls to showcase themselves and their different personalities.
I didn't know we were gonna get solo stuff already. Like, I'm not late. Very different, like, visually, too. Not just sonically. Ooh. Sorry, put good bass in a song. I'm instantly interested. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna have to check out solo stuff. Maybe sooner rather than later, because
Midses love to praise them for how
I want to learn
talented
the
they
members.
are. Midses is ITZY's fandom name,
This
and
I
it
knew.
means trust in Korean.
Aw,
ITZY loved their
cute!
Midses a lot, and even dedicated the song Trust Me to Midses to express the love they hold for them.
Don't worry about a thing, ITZY, I know we trust one another. Thank you for trusting in me.
Cute.
With everything I have stated, there's no doubt that ITZY is really close to their fans, and that Midses mean a lot for the group. They
Aww.
do everything to make Midses happy, and I can say that their efforts never go unnoticed and that the love they have for us is more than genuine.
Aww. That makes my heart happy. Aww. Was this like post not being able to cheer and stuff? I guess if they debuted in 2019 too, they probably didn't get to do a lot of promotions before stuff got canceled, right? So they probably went a long time for the beginning of their career not getting to perform like in front of their fans and like interacting with them. So I bet that that probably also strengthens the connection they have with them now, because like they understand what it's like to like do a show and have nobody there. So many groups that debuted in like 2019 and like around that time before everything shut down and got canceled. I feel so bad for them, because like how do you gauge how your debut is, or how you're working on your career as you're kind of like evolving it without that real-time feedback, right? Like it's scary to like perform in front of an audience for the first time and to not really know, like introduce yourself to a crowd and not really know how they're going to react to you and not really have like the strongest fan base in that crowd, right? Like a lot of people are probably there to see somebody else if they're doing like the weekly shows or whatever, and that can be like really scary. But like also in that moment while you're performing and you can hear people like cheering you on, that's super encouraging. Whereas like if you're performing for like a camera that's gonna be like something posted at some later point and you just have to like wait to know what people are gonna think, that must be so scary and must be so difficult, especially with like online discourse. It's so much easier for people to be cruel or judgmental, or to have voices that are praising you drowned out, like cheers drowned out by all of the kind of comments that you would have to scroll through to see what the feedback is. So like I bet that also changes the way that they interacted with their fans, because it's like a very weird point in the music industry to like be debuting and to be like kind of building up your career.
울지 말자 그랬지 내가. 아 미쳐. 우리 울지 않기로 했잖아.
Not only their love for Midses is genuine, but it is of course also the case for the group. They don't consider themselves as co-workers, but rather as sisters.
That's nice.
Sisters? My sisters? Yeji, Ryujin, Chaeryeong. That's my sister.
제 인생에서 처음이자 마지막 팀이 될 것 같아요. 딱 그런 생각을 진짜 많이 하는데 저는 이제 멤버들도 알다시피
Oh.
그냥 저는 항상 이츠란 팀이 너무 자랑스럽고
You can feel the deep love they have for each other when they
I
interact.
know. I'm like,
They laugh together.
Why do
they
I feel
support each
sentimental?
other
I just
through
got
tough
here.
times and celebrate each other's success. Trust and understanding bind them so much that it creates a bond that feels like family. With a dynamic like this, they're more likely to share ideas openly, collaborate effectively, and leverage each other's strengths. This leads to increased productivity and creativity, and will ultimately contribute to the group's success. ITZY is an inspiration for a lot of K-pop groups, and are even referred to as the group who started the fourth generation of K-pop.
oh, see, I don't
They
know
have taken
generations.
K-pop by storm with a new and fresh sound,
I don't know the will.
incorporating innovative production techniques.
That makes me
ITZY
excited.
is known for being the best girl group performers of their generation. They have been praised for the quality of their performances, their dancing skills, and their abilities to perform while singing live since the day they debuted.
I mean, I remember when, I've definitely heard about them singing live and people being like, they're incredible. I've definitely had that, but I remember around when they debuted, because I was had been into K-pop for a little bit. I remember when they debuted and like so many people started talking about them. Like there was like this huge buzz around them. So I think that's really interesting. I don't know generations very well. I'm like, I know what my second gen is because it's in the past. And then I get all blurry with like third gen because I'm like, I don't know, when did third gen end? When did fourth gen begin? I don't know. I don't really care. I just listen to whatever groups that I want. Excited to like check out some of their live performances though. Just singing through a dance practice. Wow.
They've been named Monster Rookies since the day they debuted, their debut music video Dalla Dalla reaching over 17 million views.
See, I think that was another correction. There's a different number, but still like millions of views, like impressive.
Breaking the record for the most viewed debut music video in 24 hours at the time. ITZY broke another record with getting their first win with Dalla Dalla only
look at their
9 days after its
faces.
release.
Wow.
This self-love anthem became a hit in Korea, and it even became the best-selling girl group track on Korean charts
Dang, going up against Twice on Blackpink too? I mean, that's
back in
impressive.
2019.
As much as I love both
Their
of those
first
groups
comeback,
too.
ITZY really solidified their Monster Rookies title, the song getting 12 wins, the most wins they ever had in their career. And finally, they were the first girl group to get ROTY Grand Slam in history, which means that they
Wow.
won Rookie of the Year awards on all major and most acclaimed shows
Yeah,
in
I remember
Korea.
there was like a lot of hype
They are
about
the
them.
reason why the fourth generation of K-pop became known for its performance aspect. ITZY became an important and big name in the industry since then, inspiring every K-pop groups.
있지지. 와, 있지 많아.
They
Aww.
stood out a lot and successfully appealed to a global audience, and with each comeback, their fourth-gen leader title became more and more evident. Now that you know a bit more about the group, let's get to know each member of ITZY.
Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Maybe this is like the main reason we're here, but impressive. I mean, again, I remember hearing a lot of hype about them. I remember that there was like, I mean, I don't really pay attention to award shows, to be honest, K-pop or otherwise. I don't know. I think I'm just cynical about them. But I mean, going up against some of the people that were like girl groups that were releasing stuff during that time, like during 2019, a lot of heavy hitters at that time, and knowing that they were causing a big splash like that, not only just with like fans, but also like other K-pop groups, right? They had like the clip where other groups had like voted about who they wanted to see, and like there were lots of them that had said ITZY. So I think that that's really sweet too. I've seen that there's some like, again, like friendships and like interactions with this group and other groups that I follow too. So I always think that that's like a really good marker, like if they have lots of other friends within the K-pop industry, even like not just like within company, but I've also seen some like crossover with other companies too. I think that's always like a really good sign of like the kind of people that they are too. So I think that that's, you know, it's impressive. It makes me excited to see what they have in store for me once we get into like music videos and performances and stuff like that. Let's look at the members though. I'm assuming Yeji is first because I think she's the leader. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Leader, main dancer, lead vocalist, sub rapper. Scary to think about a rapper and a leader. When it comes to me picking a bias, that's usually a combination that I can't avoid. It's like intense music to introduce her, which also makes me nervous.
Yeji is the leader of ITZY, or as people like to call her,
Puppy.
the fake Maknae of the group.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
막내.
예지.
오.
나도 예지.
진짜? Really?
Beauty is 예지.
진짜?
When there's something get messed up.
아 이거 안 되는 거야.
Yeji is the most endearing person you'll ever know. She is gentle and has the most compassionate heart, going
Aww.
out of her way to make others feel comfortable and loved through her words and actions. Yeji came from Jeonju-do and entered JYP Entertainment as a trainee around 2015. Before debuting in ITZY, Yeji made various public appearances. She auditioned to JYP Entertainment once, and unfortunately did not pass, but she didn't let that stop her and tried again, and she finally passed the auditions. Later, she was part of Girls 2 Team, a pre-debut team of female trainees under JYP Entertainment formed during the reality survival show Stray Kids in 2017.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, because earlier on, I'm pretty sure it was Yeji was talking about like ITZY was gonna be like her last group. It was very sweet. But I was like, I was thinking at that time, like, wasn't there some members of this group that were like in other things for like survival shows or like performance shows or whatever? And I was trying to remember. I was like, where's the connection? I'm like, there were some of the members I feel like they were doing that, and I'm like, this is probably at least one of the ones I was thinking of because of the Stray Kids
And after
connection.
that, participated in the survival show The Fan in 2018. This was where she
Wow.
was introduced as
Girl.
JYP's Secret Weapon by Lee Junho from 2PM. During this time, her name started to get more and more attention from the general public, so much so that she trended #1 on Naver Search, the biggest internet platform in Korea. Yeji's performance video hit 1 million views in 8 days and even became the first and only contestant's video on The Fan to hit 2 million views.
Wow.
Yeji has always been praised by the mass for being the living embodiment of unsurpassable talent and passion. Boa even acknowledged Yeji's hard work and said that if she was to produce someone, it would be Yeji.
이 정도의
와우.
노력과 저 정도의 스타성이라면 제가 만약에 누군가를 프로듀싱 한다면 정말 해보고 싶어요.
감사합니다.
With all of this information, I think we can all agree that Yeji's talent is just undeniable. She has the ability to captivate her audience with her strong aura and incomparable stage presence.
Yeah, that's
You
what I was
can
gonna
feel
say.
the power and energy she brings
Good
even
stage
from
presence.
the highest and farthest seat of a concert venue. She is a performer, very versatile in her style, a true perfectionist, and her talent goes beyond being a K-pop idol.
Oh, really? Good belt there. Ooh, that already gives me a headache.
According to
Wow.
the members, Yeji is
Good
the
strength to her
identity of
voice.
ITZY. She fits the group's concept perfectly.
Yeji is born to be ITZY. It's really an identity of ITZY, I think.
It's no surprise that she was the first member of ITZY to have her own Studio Choom Artist of the Month, her
Ooh.
performance being the most viewed
Note that
Artist
down
of
for
the
later.
Month video ever with 59 million views.
Studio Choom's always good. Not a break dance into this song though. Dang, performer though. Does she have a dance background?
Yeji was also part
Other than
of
trainee?
the opening performance for Mama 2021, once again showcasing her incredible dancing skills.
Like she just like
She
breaks
has
out the
some of
splits like
most
it's
viewed
nothing.
fan cams in K-pop, the most famous ones reaching over 4 to 5 million views. If her performance skills weren't enough, she is also an incredible vocalist. Her rich and powerful voice can also be a soft and relaxing tone.
Ooh. Is she an Imagine? I was gonna say we're doing like IU.
Just want to put your first. You are my universe and I.
She is really praised for her vocals, and is fortunately given opportunities to showcase them and impress us even more. One thing she is known for is how stable her vocals are even when doing extremely exhausting and difficult choreographies.
넌 날 완전시게 만든. You're gonna like crazy love. 대체 네가 뭔데?
She
got good
worked
power.
very hard to achieve this level of perfection, but always stayed true to herself. She is humble and selfless, always working hard even when her goals are already reached. There is no stopping. She always aims to be the best version of herself and to master her craft perfectly.
It's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Yeji has a lot of love to give, especially to the people she cherishes the most. Being the leader of ITZY, Yeji has to be there to assure that her
Aw.
friends, the members of ITZY, are being well taken care of. I think it is, however, very necessary to point out that even though she has been assigned this important role that requires a lot of responsibility and to be strong, Yeji is also vulnerable deep inside. The music video for ITZY's Bet on Me perfectly portrays that fact. The storm and lightning around her gets stronger throughout the music video, until the members join her side and they all run into the sunlight together. It means that ITZY are the only friends that can help her kill her doubts, and that they equally protect each other. She
That's
constantly
nice.
worry about not having the girls by her sides, even having nightmares about it because that's how much the girls mean to her.
제가 꿈을 꿨는데 이치가 아닌 꿈을 꿨어요.
Someone had better hug her. Thank you.
내가 이치도 없었으면 정말 잘 할 수 있었을까라는 생각이 들더라고요. As I'm seeing you guys, 너무 정말 많이 미찌랑 이찌를 사랑하나 봐요. 그래서 그런지 요즘 미찌랑 미찌 이름만 들어도 눈물이 나는 요즘이네요.
I think that's why these days I just tear it up whenever I hear ITZY and ITZY.
아 울면 못생겨지는데?
People's first
What a
impression of
sweetie.
Yeji tends to be about how intimidating she looks, but please remember that Yeji is a sweetheart, a loving and caring human being who loves to spread positivity around her.
Look, I don't know if I got intimidated. She does have like again a very strong stage presence. So I feel like she has a very strong persona in her performance, and that can be very like intimidating because performing up on a stage in front of a bunch of people, not an easy thing to do. And again, she's like the leader. There's like a certain way that you have to hold yourself when you are the leader of a group, even if you're not like super scary or like strict in that role. When you are interacting with other people as a representative of your group and the leader of that group, there's like a certain way you have to hold yourself. I feel like everyone is like a little intimidated by the person who is the leader of the group, regardless of like what nice and like sweet people they are, is because that is part of how they have to like present themselves. There has to be like a little bit of like defensiveness in the way that they interact with other people, right? But like also she has a fantastic smile. Can I just say that like she smiles and I'm just sitting here smiling along with her because just like how could you not?
She is very smiley. Her cute smile could light up the entire
What'd I
room
just
she is
say?
in. Being the oldest in the group doesn't stop her from having fun and being silly with the members. The members also absolutely love to tease their leader, giving us some of their funniest moments as a group.
Aww. You gotta take sleep while you can. Take the screenshot. cute. Oh! Careful.
진짜 나 아니야. 내가 봤을 때는 신유진이랑 신유나야. 야, 맨날 우선전 예지. 우선전. 일단 다 맨날 이런 식이야, 진짜. 다 맨날 이런 식이라니까? 아니, 나 걸리고 맨날 선물 못 받고 맨날 걸리고 아주 다 왜 이렇게 진심으로 화가 났어? 진짜 화날 것 같아.
야, 여기서 되게 빨리 되겠다. 근데 갑자기 예지가 이러면은 예지 진짜 바로 배우서
아니, 할게요, 그러면. 네, 얘기했잖아. 왜 나 안 믿냐고, 진짜.
Oh! Some aggressive love happening.
Another fact about Yeji is that, even though she is the unofficial Maknae, she can also easily be the mom of the group. You will
yeah, I
always
mean,
catch
leader,
her
right?
trying to protect the members' image, or telling them to control their craziness. One thing for sure is that you do not want to mess with Yeji when she is on leader mode.
약간 위험한데? 이거 진짜 다 불 끄고 퇴근해야 되는 지금 시작한 지 얼마 안 됐는데. 불 꺼야 돼. 맞아, 이거 불 꺼야 되는데. 들으면은 또 아주 좋지 않을까 싶은데. 그래서 저의 최애곡 추천을 조심스럽게 해보자면.
I mean, you
In
gotta, right?
conclusion, Yeji is an ace and is beautiful inside and out. She is love in human form, and she shares that love with ITZY and MIDZ's every single day.
Okay. She does seem like really sweet, and like even at the end there where it's like, oh, you don't want to mess with her and she's in leader mode, it kind of goes into what I was talking about before, but like there's a certain way you have to hold yourself as a leader, and that doesn't mean that you can't be compassionate, it doesn't mean that you can't be empathetic to your members, it doesn't mean you can't be a kind person, it doesn't mean you can't be like interacting with other people in the industry and being very like kind and thoughtful in those interactions. Like you can be a very sweet person, but it is also your job to represent the group and to like be the barrier between your group and other parts of the industry, right? And that's a lot of responsibility, and considering how much she seems to care about her members, you know, from like the stuff that I see that seems as in I don't know enough about them yet, but like from what this guide is telling me, she really cares about her members and wanting to protect them. I'm assuming she takes that job very seriously of being that barrier between her group and what else is going on in their career. So you have to have like a little bit of intimidation there, even if you're like a sweet person. All right, who are we next? Leah. Ooh, I remember her from the song I checked out. Vocalist, sub-rapper.
In a group of friends, there is always that one person who lights up everyone's world just by their smile or the way they laugh. They exude positivity, and they are everything that reminds us about how beautiful it is to be a human. In ITZY, Leah is that person. Choi Jisoo, or Leah, is the second oldest member in ITZY. She lived and studied in Canada when she was younger, and therefore is
also
fluent
Canadian.
in English. She was a SM trainee before joining JYP and ITZY as their main vocalist. Leah was a very mysterious trainee at the time, the only content we had before her debut being a video of her audition for Dream Vocal, a video where she showcases her beautiful vocals. When you listen to her voice, you can clearly understand why she got that main vocalist position. Her vocals are smooth, rich, and soothing, captivating her listeners with its warmth and sweetness. She was trained to add a honey flavor to ITZY's discography, and when you listen to their songs, you can immediately recognize her pretty and melodious tone.
네가 돌아서는 그때에 정말 너의 행복을 빌었어.
Ooh, she was on Emission too. Ooh, gorgeous transition.
dance. Forget about the price tag.
I am not exaggerating when I say that Leah has one of the best voices in the industry. Her voice is so beautiful that she got 3 OST for K-dramas under her name.
Wow.
She was praised by none other than IU, who is
I
known
mean,
for her phenomenal
that's
vocals.
enough. That's all I need.
During her trainee days,
That's all I
vocals
need.
coaches used to warn their trainees not to pick the same songs as Leah's, because they knew that Leah was the only one who could do them justice.
Ooh, intimidating. Maybe the real intimidating member.
연습생 애들한테 그랑 나랑 그 같은 노래를 부르면 꼭 애들한테 나 얘기를 하시면서 너 이거 부를 수 있겠어? 이거 리아가 막 이렇게 말해요.
During Leah's Lee Mujin episode, which is a YouTube show where K-pop vocalists get the spotlight to showcase their vocals abilities, Lee Mujin, the owner of the show, said that the PD of the show showed him Leah's price tag cover and had the idea of making a show where idols could showcase their vocals and talk about
Wow.
music in general. And that's how Lee Mujin's service was
I
created.
didn't know that.
Lee
I love
Mujin
those videos
coined
though.
Leah as the president mother of the show. She was literally the reason and inspiration for a whole singing show. And
No
it shows
pressure.
how much her vocals can impact the people that are listening to her. Leah reached the 3rd round of the show King of Masked Singer after scoring high numbers of points. Her voice is constantly praised by the industry, and the praises are more than valid. She is gifted, and I think even more people should acknowledge that. She is the main vocalist of ITZY, and for many reasons.
어쩌면 꿈에도 그댈 붙잡지 못했나.
Leah
Great
is also a very
transitions.
good dancer and performer. She actually used to train in contemporary dance during pre-debut, but
Oh.
still nails every ITZY choreographies that are very different
that's
from what she
very
trained for. Most
interesting to
people don't
me.
recognize this because the 4 other members stand out thanks to all of them having official dancing positions, but she is also very capable of serving us incredible performances and of keeping up with the difficulty of the choreographies effortlessly.
I mean, she did contemporary dance, and that's kind of eclectic for dance experience. Good stage presence, too.
Remember when I said in the beginning that Leah was
What are
this
we
kind,
doing?
compassionate and smiley girl that every group of friends needed? Well, she is exactly that. She radiates warmth and positivity wherever she goes. Leah is known for her eye smile, and you'll see it in every ITZY content because she is constantly smiling. Her mere presence
I know, I feel like I'm
brightening
just
the
sitting
mood
here
of the place
smiling.
she is in.
나 아니야.
내가 볼때 이었는데.
나 아니라고.
JMT. 요란해.
좀 낮게.
JMT. 위험해서 감정이 여기야 나.
언니가
나 거의 아까
언니가 시작할 때는 뒤에 있다. 뒤에서 막 이래가지고 JMT.
Leah is able to spread joy through her infectious laughter that I personally love so much.
She has like a wheezing laugh. I love that. I love a dorky laugh.
She is a ball of sunshine. Leah is almost always the reason why the members of ITZY are laughing. She's not afraid to act silly with her hilarious antics and playful demeanor.
Cute.
Whether she's busting out funny dance moves or pulling silly faces, she has a talent for bringing out the laughter in others by simply being her carefree self.
There's a lot of flapping going on. Are we fighting? Are we running away? I don't know what's going on.
With Leah being the generous human being that she is, it just made sense that she has the desire to help others and make a positive impact in the world. She donated to charitable organizations several times, such as the Hope Bridge National Disaster Relief Association, stating that she wanted, and I quote, to convey warm hope to children struggling with illness during the cold winter. She has the biggest heart, always trying to bring light and happiness into the lives of others.
Oh
In a
yeah,
handwritten letter
she was
posted
on break,
on
wasn't
September
she?
18th, 2023, Leah announced that she was experiencing extreme tension and anxiety and therefore needed to take a long break to focus on her treatment. Later, on November 17th, 2023, she posted another handwritten letter stating that she won't be able to participate in the production of the album Born to Be, along with the world tour of the same name, as she has officially been diagnosed with anxiety disorder and is committed to treatment by professional. Her self-composed track Blossom and its lyric video was released the day of this announcement, and this was a heartbreaking moment for every single ITZY. ITZY have been promoting as 4 members since September 18th, 2023, and we are still waiting for Leah to return as
Yeah, I was
she
gonna
is
say
still on
she's
hiatus today.
Back now, isn't
We
she?
all hope that she is recovering well, and I can say that ITZYs will wait for Leah no matter how long it takes. On
That's a
February
long break,
25th,
though.
2024, during ITZY's second concert in Seoul for the Born to Be tour, Leah showed up to the concert to support her members, which was very admirable. This was a very emotional moment for ITZY, and every ITZY. This was the last time she was seen in public.
Oh, them all like turning away. Oh, why are you gonna make me sad?
리아 언니 때문에 눈물 버튼이 다 왜지? 맞아 리아 언니가요. 그러니까 언니 탓을 하는 건 아닌데 언니가 너무 보고 싶었어가지고. 리아 언니 운다. 리아 언니 울어?
Oh, y'all gonna make me cry during a guide? I just got here.
맞지. 우는 것 같더라고. 찍지 마세요, 찍지 마세요. 지켜주세요, 지켜주세요.
Oh. Yeah, I remember, I think when I checked out Snowy, the song from them, people in the comments were talking about how at that time, because it was like fairly recent that she had gone on a break, I think when I checked out that song, that people were talking about her going to break. But as somebody who also has anxiety and panic attacks and all of that, I can understand how at a certain point you need to just take a break, you need to take care of yourself. I have done performing whilst dealing with that, and it's not fun, and you kind of slog through until you get to the end of it. And then I actually, the last kind of big performance that I did on stage when I was in a play, I had one of the lead roles and I was dealing with like a lot of anxiety at the time. It's like the last big performance that I did. I like slogged through it, and then after that I was like, I can't do this for a while, and I have gone back to doing actual performance. Doesn't mean that I don't want to, but it was definitely it took a while to just kind of like settle to a point where I could even think about wanting to do it again. So the fact that she took the break that she needed, and I know that's a really scary thing to do, especially when you're, you know, kind of committed to being part of the group and like having a comeback coming and feeling a lot of responsibility, but at the same time knowing that you need to take a break, knowing that you need to take care of yourself. And from what I can see, she took a pretty long break. I'm pretty sure she's back now, but I think it was like about a year that she took off, and I admire her for that. I admire her for taking that time and making sure that she was in the right headspace, because, you know, as much as we love to see our favorite performers and idols and musicians, as much as we enjoy getting to see a whole group together, we want to see them at their best, right? Like, we want her to be this sweet person that she seems, very like bubbly and bright and funny, and that's the version of her that I'm sure the fans want to see. And I'm glad that she took the time that she needed, and that the members, while saying like we miss you and we want to be performing with you, also like it's not your fault. And I think that that's such a sweet kind of reinforcement to say like, yes, we're sad that we don't get to perform with you, but also this is something that you need to do. I think it says a lot about who the members are and how they take care of each other. So I'm not gonna cry though during a guide. That's ridiculous. I just got here. We've only done 2 members. Okay. Okay. Ryujin? I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce her name correctly, and I apologize. Okay, main rapper. Let me just like resituate myself. Wait. Is she actually an INTJ? Cause same. That makes me even more nervous. Same personality type, rapper, lead dancer, center. Okay, no, I feel in danger already.
Imagine attending the fan meeting of your favorite K-pop group and being noticed by the staff and casted in a K-pop company in the same day, like a Wattpad dream in real life.
Is that the story?
That's exactly what happened to Shin Ryujin.
Wow.
Ryujin got scouted by a JYP staff at a GOT7 fan meeting. She actually lied to her parents about going to the fan meeting.
That's
and
wild.
instead told them she was going to watch a movie.
What a crazy story.
친구들이랑 영화 보는
Oh, it looks like that is her personality type. Same.
그래서 일단은 그냥 길거리 캐스팅 당했어. 그냥 이렇게 하고 오디션을 보러까지 갔는데 거기에서 이제 그 캐스팅했던 언니가 어디서 캐스팅을 했는지 무심코 말해버렸던 거죠. 그래서 이제 저의 거짓말이 들통나고 엄마가 거짓말을 치면서 무슨 회사냐.
Yeah, I was gonna say how you convinced them to let you
for 4 years
be a trainee.
in JYP. Like Yeji, she was part of the pre-debut Teen Girls 2 team.
I
She
thought
was
I
also a contestant
saw
in
her.
Mix 9 in 2017 and was ranked number 1 in the girls team but did not get to debut back then since her team lost to the boys team. She didn't let that stop her and continued working harder and harder, and her efforts were rewarded because she finally debuted in ITZY as the main rapper, sub-vocalist, and center of the group. One thing you have to know about Ryujin is that she is an it girl. She exudes charisma and style,
I mean, if you're gonna be
captivates
center.
her audience easily. Whether through talent, beauty, or personality, she has a magnetic presence that makes her the center of attention in every social sphere. During Mix 9, Ryujin ranked first place during the entirety of the show and was ranked first out of 98 female contestants. She was ranked number 1 thanks to votes from judges and audience, and even votes from other Mix 9 participants. The moment her audition performance got released, it ranked number 1 on Naver TV Mix 9 channel for days, and was even titled JYP's Ace Shin Ryujin. I
feel like I have a vague memory of this.
Ryujin's talent and hard work. Everyone was impressed by her.
I don't know if I didn't think I watched
her
it.
Craft seriously for years,
but I remember
and
people
always
talking
worked
about it.
hard to reach her goals. After appearing on Mix 9, her debut was really anticipated, and when she finally debuted in ITZY and showed her talent to the world, she rose in popularity even more, becoming one of the most successful idols in the K-pop industry. She got several titles such as the Best Center, the Most Charismatic Female Idol, or even the Ultimate Girl Crush. She is an eye-catching performer. Everybody will be drawn to her at one point while watching.
I mean, they all have
performance.
great stage performance.
She just has that ability to execute every detail of a dance perfectly, and her different facial expressions depending on the song she performs.
I was gonna say she has great
incredible
expressions, like dynamic expressions.
Ryujin is known to go viral very frequently. One of her most famous viral moments is obviously when she opened ITZY's song, Wannabe.
Oh yeah, the
shoulder
shoulders.
dance.
Yeah, the shoulder dance. I mean, iconic.
This was when her popularity hit its peak.
Yeah.
Her name and her face was everywhere, along with this famous move. It became a trend even amongst K-pop idols who were having fun trying to replicate the move that is very complicated, and it seemed like Ryujin was the only one who could do it perfectly.
Nahyun looks so done.
Her fan cam for Wannabe during Weekly Idol is one of the most viewed fan cam in the history of K-pop, with over 11 million views. This fan cam is even the most viewed fan cam on All to K-pop, the YouTube channel it was posted on. She got a new official title after this, which was the Shoulder Girl.
Hi, I'm Yeji, and I'm the shoulder dancer.
So
that is very true.
wait, I just want to see the name.
Official
Wait, she
title
said her
after
name.
this, which was the Shoulder Girl.
Hi, I'm Yeji, and I'm the
Ryujin?
shoulder dancer.
That is very true.
Overall, she didn't just get attention for this trend, but once again because she raps, dances and performs amazingly. She's honestly the full package.
It scares
like
me.
Yeji, she got the huge opportunity to showcase her skills in her
She's a
Studio
Chum
Chum
as
Performance Artist
well.
of the Month, and left everyone speechless with her charisma and the way she was having fun playing with various facial expressions, further solidifying her best performer status.
I beg your pardon? I just got here. Yeah, she has really dynamic facial expressions.
Following Yeji and Ryujin's influence in the fourth generation of K-pop, it only made sense when they were both chosen for Mix and Max, which is just like Artist of the Month but this time in pair.
Wow, that like
this
assist up?
performance is the
Dang.
third most viewed video on the Studio Chum official YouTube channel with over 61 million views.
Wait, did she do like...
Its impact was almost immediate.
This is only like under
Ryujin and
her
Yeji
own
showed
performance?
extreme chemistry together, which is what they are known for. Ryujin and Yeji, or Ryeji, is a duo you have to know about. They are very famous amongst 4th gen for their strong friendship and the power they hold together when performing.
I mean, that just scares me. Leaders and rappers
this wasn't
are
obvious. Ryujin is also very
always the
good
ones I
at
end up
singing.
biasing.
Most people used to not recognize this because she is mostly given rap parts as the main rapper of the group, but her singing voice is so melodious and beautiful that it can send shivers down someone's spine easily.
I think I remember liking her voice.
To add on to her list of
When I
skills,
first heard her.
Ryujin is also a talented actress. Though not an official one, she's
Hmm.
gotten several chances to show her actress talents.
Music videos?
She was even featured in BTS
Right.
highlight reel during pre-debut alongside Yuna.
I knew I
and appeared
recognized
in the
her.
movie The King in 2017. Many people think that Ryujin could easily become an actress in the future, and she has never disagreed with this idea.
I mean, I look forward to it.
Or actress? That's a really hard question. I want to try everything if I can, and what I
Why
can
not?
do best, I want to do it.
During Mix 9, Ryujin was called the 17-year-old girl who always liked to laugh, and still today, nothing has changed. Ryujin is a smiley person,
Yeah, I mean,
and truly one of
from
the
the
best
clips I've
person you
seen,
will ever
she's kind
know.
of joking around and
She has an
laughing.
amazing personality, and is one of the funniest person ever. The thing with Ryujin is that she loves to tease her members by acting childish or just annoying them, jokingly of course. It's a trait that you never want her to truly change cause that part of her is so lovable. She is always so funny and doesn't even have to try.
서운해요. 칭찬 타임이야 이거.
Thanks.
고맙습니다.
Why does that mean whenever I see a camera on me? Besides making videos, I guess, but if you point a camera at me, I'm gonna make a face.
Guys, who here is the most fashionable?
Yuna or Ryujin or Pretty Yuna.
I think all of our members are very fashionable.
My pick is me myself and I.
Another thing you have to know is that she is so good at flirting that every midzy at one point
Oh,
fell for
no.
her.
I'm in
She's just
danger.
that talented.
그것도 어떻게 알고?
Oh, dramatic.
너무 마음에 들어요. 피부가 하얗시네요.
Just living out her own K-drama.
여기 앉아. 여기 앉아 여기. 아 고생했어요.
다 같이 휴식을 취한다.
Please be mine.
All of those things is why midzes love Ryujin so much. And if that wasn't enough, Ryujin's heart is bigger than anything else. She cares about people, she cares about her friends, her fans, everyone. She is someone we can trust with diverse topics because she has proven to be very open-minded, like the rest of ITZY.
Yeah, they
she
seem
is a
really
very
sweet.
precious human, doing beautiful things to help people she's close with and people all around the world. People meeting Ryujin in real life only have good things to say about her. They say that she never ever loses her smile, is always the sweetest, and looks at fans like they mean the entire world to her. She is perfect in every way possible, and the industry is lucky to have a person like her.
She does have a great smile. I mean, I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get some more examples. Maybe it's for the best that I don't have examples of her rapping. Maybe it's better this way. But they all seem really sweet. I was thinking that, like, going through, we have like 3 members so far. They all seem like so like funny and kind of like, obviously you have to have like a certain kind of like personality if you're going to be an entertainer, right? Like there's a certain kind of person who is drawn to performance, but also like a certain kind of person who gets cast in being idols, because you have to have a personality that can be portrayed during like variety shows and interviews and stuff like that. But they all just seem like really fun. Like they all just seem like they're having a blast together from the clips that I've seen. Obviously not that many, but the fact that in such a small pool of clips, I get this feeling of like, 1, them being like very genuine people, 2, caring a lot for each other, and 3, just like goof around and having a blast. Like they just seem to so genuinely enjoy being around each other. And I think that that's just like, I'm just smiling. I'm just like sitting here being heartwarmed because it's so cute to see how much they seem to be having fun and like looking out for each other. And obviously that doesn't mean there aren't moments of them having to deal with more difficult things, even just going with Leah and her not being with the group for a little bit. But it's nice to see that they seem to just be having a good time. Like, I don't know, I'm just sitting here like, and again, like I just got here, so I already have like a couple, apparently like 3 studio chums that I gotta check out now. That seems dangerous. And some Imogen as well. Again, I just got here. All right. I think I remember in the performance that I saw for ITZY that I was like watching her all the time. She just seemed like she was having such a good time.
There is nothing more inspiring than someone who never gives up and works relentlessly to achieve their dreams. They possess unwavering determination and perseverance, and are so resilient in the face of challenges, always pushing forward despite setbacks or obstacles. Lee Chaeryeong is one of those people, inspiring everyone around her with her tenacity and resilience. Chaeryeong's first public appearance was in 2014 for K-pop Star Season 3 with Chaeyeong, her older sister and also soloist.
Oh.
They both were able to join JYP Entertainment thanks to their appearance in K-pop Star, and in 2015, they participated in the survival show 16 that had for aim to create the girl group TWICE.
Yep.
After her sister got eliminated around the first few rounds, Chaeryeong fought hard to get a chance to debut in TWICE, and she was one of the contestants who stood out the most thanks to her hard work. At only 14 years old, she managed to beat idols who were known to be very experienced. Her incredible dance skills impressed everyone. She was a star and everyone knew she would only go up from there. Chaeryeong got unfortunately eliminated during the final and didn't make it into the final lineup of TWICE because she was allegedly too young at that time. She was the only 16 contestant left when she went back to being a trainee, as she was the only one who hadn't left the agency after the final lineup was made. Chaeryeong was also part of Girl 2 team with Yeji and Ryujin, and she trained for 4 more years before her time finally came.
So I was right about the members being in other stuff.
Chaeryeong debuted in ITZY as the main dancer and sub-vocalist of the group.
And not the
Chaeryeong
youngest
was so patient
either, right?
and didn't give up after all those years.
Isn't
her
Yuna
hard
the
work really
youngest?
paid off, though, because she debuted in one of the most successful group of the 4th generation, and that's the best reward she could have gotten. Chaeryeong's talent was evident when she was on 16, and it is even more obvious now. She was named as one of the best main dancers of the 4th generation, and when you look at her dancing,
Yeah, I guess I haven't really seen much of their dancing yet. I only saw the one song and they didn't dance during the
phenomenal.
performance.
She moves with grace. Every movement is spontaneous and natural. She is very technical as well. Each gesture is precise and captivating. She is a standout performer as well, nailing every concept she is given with ease.
I'm excited to check out performances. They've been hyped up. As someone who got into K-pop for dance, it excites me. stage presence
Chaeryeong
from
was
all
the
of them.
second member to get a Studio Choom Artist of the Month.
See, now I got another
performance.
one.
With her performance, she proved to everyone how talented she was with the way she was dancing so gracefully and so passionately.
I don't know why there's so much floor work in all of these. She has such good energy when she's dancing. Wow.
The PD of Studio Choom even picked Chaeryeong as the best main dancer, which proves once again that her talent is just undeniable.
It's a lot of people in the
Recently,
industry praising
Chaeryeong appeared as a
members of
mentor
ITZY.
and judge for SBS girl group audition program Universe Ticket along with Yeji. This achievement means so much when you realize that they both went from being contestants during survival shows to being mentors for young trainees. Another example that hard work does pay off. Chaeryeong
they're both
has a
super
beautiful
hardworking,
and
from what I
delicate
can hear.
voice that is so gentle that it is soothing to the ears. Chaeryeong's voice, when she speaks or sings, is very soft, her gentle and cute tone making the listener feel like they're floating on a soft cloud.
Her too. I have so much stuff to catch up on. The way she just smiled through that whole thing.
She's the full
Good, like,
package,
connection.
and people are
Vocal
starting to
cords.
recognize it more and more as time passes. She even was chosen to feature on Lee Chan-hyuk album for the track Duri Mifa Solati Do, which would be her first solo song ever since debut. Her track is the most popular one amongst all the songs on the album.
Wow. Yeah, by
Chaeryeong,
a
along
bit.
with her sister Chaeyeong, is even anticipated to appear on The King of Masked Singer as a special feature for Family Month. Her potential as a vocalist is being more acknowledged, and Midzes are very happy about that. Chaeryeong is another member who goes viral frequently for her talent, but also for her ability to be funny without
She was like
even
running
trying.
at that point
She
too.
is seriously the funniest member in ITZY, and even the members agree on that. She can be sassy and even very savage, which makes her even funnier.
Oh, this is always a disaster.
It's suffocating. So tired.
Yesterday we went to the beach.
Yeah, enunciation.
She went viral several times in Korea for her humor and entertaining
Okay, we're gonna try this
personality
too.
that shined through reality and variety shows.
I got
In
so much to catch up on.
2022,
This isn't
her
even
appearance
music.
on Yoonja's No Prepare show made her popularity skyrocket in Korea, with viral posts with millions of views and likes. Her episode was trending #1 on YouTube Korea for several days, and it is said that her appearance also benefited ITZY's title track Sneakers chart performance. She was going viral for the most uncommon things, like for example, not being able to finish an entire can of Pringles. Pringles became a hot topic in Korea after Chaeryeong made that revelation, and it spoke volumes about how impactful she was. This rise in popularity impacted her
Do they
image
sponsor her?
internationally as well.
They should.
Various tweets and TikToks of her going viral very frequently. For Chaeryeong and Midzes, Chaeryeong getting recognition for her personality, talent, and visuals is a big deal. Chaeryeong wasn't always this confident before. She herself said that her confidence went to the ground when she was preparing for her debut, and that
Aw.
it was only one of the many things that happened to her at that time. Thankfully, Chaeryeong seems to feel much better now, and you can see her gain her confidence back throughout the years.
That's good.
Chaeryeong is genuinely one of the cutest women to exist on this planet. She is kind and so sweet. She has an infectious
So they even
smile
gave her a
that makes
crown.
you instantly smile back when you see it, and a gentle voice that puts people at ease. She has a natural ability to spread joy and brighten the lives of those she encounters, and for that, she deserves the whole world. Chaeryeong's favorite K-pop group is Girls' Generation, and while that piece of information might seem random, this is a known fact about her. They are the
Cute.
reason she wanted to become an idol, and she loves them so much that you even wonder if she would pick Girls' Generation over her own group if she had the chance.
She'd have to think about it. Fair enough. I mean,
ITZY.
That's true.
look at Yeji's face of like,
And second, of course, ITZY too.
Yeah.
Okay.
ITZY.
Same level.
she just gotta think about it.
ITZY is a little bit down.
Wow. Let's keep going. Okay.
Next question. I mean, my face hurts from smiling. I think that says enough. They all seem so much fun. And I love to hear that she's getting some of that confidence, you know? And I think that seeing, like, I was right about how the members have done like other stuff before ITZY happened. I was like, I'm so sure that I've seen them in other things or mentions of them before ITZY happened. Because again, I remember being around when ITZY like debuted and people were talking about like, oh, there were people from like this and this and this that have all been like kind of put into this group together, and they're being like hype around that. And seeing that she was, you know, there all the way back during like 16 and, you know, Twice being put together, and then seeing how Twice has gone on to do so many different things, right? And I know that there's like a lot of there's like crossover between ITZY and Twice. That's one of the groups that I know that there's like friendships between the members. You know, I'm sure that that was like really difficult for her. Like obviously she was meant to be in ITZY, right? Obviously that was like the way that her life was supposed to go, and I'm sure that she's happy with that outcome. But it must have been difficult to have to then wait until like 2019 when she actually got to debut and Twice was doing all these other things. But you know what? Hey, we had that one time where they won like the award or whatever, and they were up against Twice. So hey, you know, like again, it seems to have worked out okay for her. We got one more, right? Magne? Her eyes are so expressive. I think maybe her voice might have been the one I was the most in love with when I heard the first song from them.
Adorable. And strong. Strong.
All these like sweet adjectives. She's like, and strong.
Yuna is the epitome of love. She is known for her vibrant energy and her bubbly personality. She is full of life, always lighting up the room with her infectious laughter and cheerful demeanor.
I don't know what happened there.
Yuna appeared for the first time as a feature in BTS highlight reel with Ryujin.
I knew I recognized
She is the final
her.
member who was part of Girls' 2 team with Ryujin, Yeji, and Chaeryeong. There, Yuna became a hot topic in Korea for her astonishing visuals and bright personality. A fact about Yuna is that she wasn't originally part of the final lineup of ITZY, unlike
Really?
the other members. Indeed, the lineup was
Interesting.
originally composed of Yeji, Leah, Ryujin, Chaeryeong,
Oh.
and Somi, who is now a soloist.
Yeah.
But after Somi left JYP in 2018, Yuna got a new chance to debut in ITZY, and she fortunately did and was the last
now
member
remember
to join
hearing
ITZY
about
as
that.
their lead rapper, lead dancer, sub-vocalist, visual and maknae.
만들어졌어요. 여긴 전 없었어요 원래. 이지에 저는 없었는데. 그래서 팀이 결성이 되니까 제가 난 아직도 등수가 낮은데 이러다가 그냥 데뷔 못하는 거 아닌가. 그때 연습생한 지 이미 3년이 지났을 때였어요. 고등학교를 바라보고 있는데 그럼 나는 이 길이 아니다. 근데
Wow.
그냥 공부나 열심히 해야겠다. 그렇게 생각을
Good thing they shouldn't give up at that point.
팀에 합류하게 된 거죠.
It's almost like it was how to be, you know, like
that makes her distinct and makes
close to
fans
giving
get
up.
drawn to her. Though she
And then she
debuted
gets
at a
put in a
really
group.
young age, Yuna had the crazy determination to prove herself, and she successfully managed to get recognized as an hidden gem. Only first day on the job, she managed to break the record for the most viewed debut fan cam with over
Wow.
8 million views. This fan cam still remains the most
She does look
viewed
like she's having a
debut
lot of
fan
fun.
cam in K-pop history, and she has been holding this title for 5 years.
Wow.
In the show Knowing Brothers in
No big deal.
2021, Yuna said that she was so excited that she forgot she was being recorded and had so much fun on the stage.
That's what I was
She
just
also
saying.
said that a lot of people loved the fact that she was smiling all along, and it's true that when you watch the fan cam, you can see Yuna's big smile and her genuine love for performing and for being an idol.
Yeah, she's
She
just
was
having so much
glowing like
fun.
a ray of sunshine, performing like it would be her last time on stage. She showed true passion for her work, which gave her a lot of attention from the general public.
You know, like that's probably like a really good way to go about that. If you're gonna like start out, right? It's super intimidating. Like I was talking before about like going on stage for the first time and performing in front of people. And like, again, probably a ton of people who were there. Like, again, with this group having members who've done previous stuff, there probably was fans of them leading up to this point who were there. There's also like a bunch of like pre-debut stuff to like hype up a group before they actually end up doing like a debut stage. But it's still like really intimidating because it's like there's probably quite a few people who aren't here to see us and you don't really know what the reaction is going to be. So I think the fact that like she went out onto the stage and she forgot about the cameras and she was just having a lot of fun interacting with the crowd, I think that that probably helped her so much in going through that experience. Because if you're like so self-conscious about the fact that there's a camera on you and you need to be like performing with the camera but also performing for the audience, but also like also like you're thinking about like your lines that you're singing in your choreo and like having the right facial expressions, like there's so many like minute details that can be very overwhelming. And one of the things that I always said going through performance is that if you're thinking when you walk on stage, you haven't practiced enough. You need to be able to walk onto that stage, flip on the switch that you're performing, and you need to just like let your muscle memory take over. Because if that's what you're thinking about, you need to keep practicing. You're not ready. And the only thing that you should be thinking about on a stage is if when inevitably something doesn't work the way that it's supposed to and you now need to fix a problem on the fly, like part of your costume comes off or sound is a little bit weird or you have like, you know, some other thing that like something isn't in the place that it's supposed to be, like a prop or something. That is what you should be thinking about. If you're thinking about the performance and where you should be or your muscle memory or like your lines or anything like that, you haven't practiced enough. So I think the fact that she just went up onto stage and had fun is probably like the best thing that she could have done. And like I was saying before, I'm like, she's having so much fun. You can feel it radiating off of her. And I think that people who blossom as who they are once they step onto a stage are always like so much fun to watch.
Ray of sunshine, performing like it would be her last time on stage. She showed true passion for her work, which gave her a lot of attention from the general public. She has it girl energy, and that's why she goes viral every time she has gotten the chance to showcase her performance skills. When she can easily get millions of views, like her 2022 special performance at KBS Gayo Festival, for example. Yuna's You Go Girl performance holds the record
I remember
for
hearing
being
about
the
this
most
too,
viewed
yeah.
stage of that night. Everyone started to realize how unstoppable Yuna would be if she was given more opportunities to shine like this. But she still manages to prove herself as one of the best performers in the fourth generation of K-pop. According to every ITZY, or just people who have seen her perform, Yuna is officially part of the dance and performance line in ITZY. Her skills are too strong to not be acknowledged. Her
they all
facial
seem like great
expressions
dancers.
are so animated and she changes them according to any concept. She embodies them all with such ease. Yuna is a tall woman in comparison to her group members, but never looks awkward beside them.
Yeah, I was
and
thinking
blends
that
in
she's
perfectly.
taller than the other ones,
Her
but
years of training reflects with the way she carries herself on stage, and even if I think of all adjectives that can describe her, I can still be certain that there won't be enough.
her eyes are so captivating. Like they're so expressive and there's a twinkle in them when she's performing.
Yuna
Wow,
is
that
an
kick from all of them
all-rounder.
though.
She's strong, consistent, and could easily be the main dancer in another group. When you look at
Good eye
ITZY's
tracking for the camera there,
performances or
too.
contents in general, you just become so relieved that Yuna got to debut with them. She is an important, essential part in ITZY, and if she wasn't there, ITZY would have a complete different energy. Along with Yeji, Yuna is another identity of ITZY, in my personal opinion. Her voice is really unique and quite atypical. It is really recognizable, stand out a lot, and fits ITZY's songs like a glove.
I think
when
in
you hear it,
my reaction
you
to
can only
Snowy,
think of ITZY.
I think I was a little enamored.
Kiss me out of the building, Berlin nightly, beside the green grass, swing, swing.
Very distinct tone.
Swing the spinning
Got a whole grocery cart.
Her singing voice is like her musical fingerprint, which has a distinct personality that's impossible to replicate. Her timbre is unique and leave a lasting impression on anyone who hears it. As ITZY's lead rapper, she is also unsurprisingly very good at rapping. Her rap skills tend to impress people the most, and midzes are really happy about this being acknowledged.
Dang!
She could even
Feels like
be
a different
the next Cardi B, in my
tone
opinion.
than from her singing.
Yo, my name is Gary B. 오늘 이 자리를 빌어 수상수가 못했던 말 여기서 다 하고 갈게. 감사하고요. 예, 영광입니다.
Yuna is known to be, in her own words, the model in ITZY. It is always satisfying to see her exudes this confidence in her appearance, standing out as the epitome of self-assurance within the group.
Hi, I'm Yuna. I'm the youngest one, and I'm the mother in ITZY.
뭔가 너의 자신감이
We like the
주변
confidence.
사람들까지 자신감을 높여주는 자신감이야. 너 없이 4명이 있었을 때 분위기가 지금 생각이 안 나. 근데 약간 너가 들어오고 나서 너가 우리한테 준 변화가 너무 큰 거야. 아, 우리 팀은 이거 할 때는 멋있어. 아, 이거 완전 우리 팀이 잘해. 또 같이 덩달아서 올라가는 게 있는 것 같아.
Aw, that's sweet.
유나는 왔어야 했겠다라는
뭐야.
생각이 항상 드는 것 같아.
Aww.
안으로.
뭐야?
Yuna, as I said before, is the sunshine of the group. While creating and writing her first solo
Seems to bring a
track,
good energy.
yet, but Yuna had for goal to send a bright and happy message to all of her listeners. She is the embodiment of cheerfulness, the heart and soul of the group, and the one everyone turns to for a dose of sunshine on a cloudy day. Yuna is one of the funniest members in ITZY.
I don't know,
She
they all
just
seem
does
funny.
it so unintentionally sometimes that it is
Like
honestly
goofy.
hilarious.
Accessory or clothing item you can't live without.
Underwear.
Are you pointing at me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Because her face is very funny.
What?
이렇게 하는데?
여기.
Ah, like this.
She added her own.
님 아버님이 좋아하는 장르 트로트. 유나야, 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 언니랑 같이 가자.
Oh, Yuna had something she wanted to ask before.
What?
She wanted to ask how
It is important to say that even though Yuna is this extroverted, spontaneous and bubbly personality, she is also very vocal and vulnerable with her emotions. She is the youngest of the group and is hence the most fragile. It makes her more susceptible to the challenges and uncertainties in her career. Thankfully,
She'd better
she
not
has
make
the
me cry,
members
though.
around her as she is a delicate flower in need of protection. She is very loving of everyone, especially her group members. She gets easily emotional when talking about her friends, or even by listening to their voices. That's how much she loves them. Her friends mean a lot to her, and overall, she is a person who deeply cherish every meaningful moments and is touched by acts of generosity, expressions of love, and moments of joy. This can be seen when she gets emotional because of her fans who keep showing her how much she's worth and loved. She always returns the love back, which is one of the reasons why we love Yuna. She is the sweetest and kindest woman ever. You can feel that everything she does is genuine and made with love and care. With her, you always know that you're not just another face in the crowd, but someone
What a
truly
sweetie.
cherished and cared for.
Oh, someone had better hug her. Thank you. What a darling.
I
Here's the
sincerely hope
end.
that, after this guide, you will consider yourself as a midzy and show support to the
I don't know,
girls.
am I? Do I count
Thank
yet?
you for getting to know ITZY.
I think I'm still new here. But I'm excited to be invited. Oh, I feel like I just smiled so much throughout that. They seem so sweet. They seem so like goofy and funny and like genuine. I feel like there were so many points in that where I can understand why people are such devoted fans to them, right? Like at the beginning of the guide, they're talking about like how much the members care about their fans and the fans care about them. I can see that through just like even these like, you know, very small clips that I'm getting to see of these moments, but they just seem so like open and genuine, is like as much as they can be, obviously, because there's certain like boundaries and stuff to being a performer, but they just seem like so engaged when they're speaking with their fans, when they're interacting with them, when they're performing on stage. Like they just seem so genuinely happy to be performing and excited to have those interactions and stuff that just makes me like one really excited to get into some more of like their music and all of that and exploring like, you know, obviously the kind of stuff that they've released, but it also makes me the sense of general contentedness or like feeling like heartwarmed going into checking them out because of the kind of personalities tied up with them. Like I feel like having checked this out before getting more into their music is going to make like the journey of going through their music a lot more like meaningful for me. Like I was saying, like have this anchor for me, because knowing a little bit more about who they are as people is just making it feel like I definitely want to check out their music, not just for the music's sakes, but also because of who they are as people. That whole thing I think was just so endearing. I feel like I need to spend time with them now. You know, like I'm like I want to learn more about them and spend more time with them. I feel like this guide was far more leaning in the personality side of it, which I really appreciate, honestly, because I was like a little bit worried that I was going to get spoiled for a lot of like music stuff and would like kind of hear too much. But like the little clips that they did have of the music are like the little kind of viral clips that I've heard in passing just going through my life. Like it's not like I don't know anything about ITZY. Like they're a big enough group and I spend enough time in the K-pop part of the music industry that I have heard parts of their songs. So that was like really nice for me, and that it focused more on personalities, because like I said, I kind of like having something that I can kind of anchor myself to as I'm going through the music so that I know who I'm looking at, I know who I'm listening to. That being said, I would have liked a little more of getting to like kind of hear their voices, but I think that since they have solo stuff, which I know about now, that might be kind of where I take some of my introduction journey, just so I can like really get their voices in my brain. So again, when I'm listening to songs, and lyric videos aren't always the most accurate about who's singing what parts, or going through like albums and letting me have that kind of anchor of having a pretty good idea of who's singing at what point. It's just something that I really like so that I can keep everything kind of straight in my head. But yeah, really love getting to learn about them. Makes me excited to check out a bunch of stuff now that I know they have like Studio Choom performances and Imogen service episodes and stuff like that. Lots of things that I should check out, along with also getting through their music and all of that. So I really appreciated that guide and getting to know them some more. But that being said, if you are a ITZY fan, let me know down in the comments all the stuff, okay? Should I be going in order? Should there be some certain things that I'm checking out? Let me know. Give me guidance. Give me the roadmap of how to go through this, because I'm new here, but I'm excited to learn some more about them. And I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this to watch my first reaction to ITZY, or you can subscribe to me next time I post ITZY reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.